Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone His Excellency Ambassador Ayoub Mahmoud Ayoub, Minister Commercial. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon to you and to the viewers.
Well, Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, the participation of Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry on the high-profile activities of the 55th round of the United Nations Human Rights Council, its importance and significance.
It is both important and significant because it comes at a critical time when you are seeing atrocities in Gaza and in other places of the world, and Egypt has clear position, understanding in this respect. He will highlight what we feel about it, what we are doing, and actually is doing, which is done by Egypt in this respect, and prospects which we are looking for, so that the international community should be supportive of the Egyptian stand in this respect, whether in Gaza or in Sinai or on other places, or for human rights and so on. That is so he is going at the right place at the very important and critical time to speak to the world about what Egypt is doing and what Egypt is wanting from the other countries of the world.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, what is the importance of the speech that is going to be delivered by the Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry?
It is very important because it will highlight Egypt's stand in very important issues which are preoccupying the world at this time, whether in the situation in Gaza or atrocities which is committed in Sinai or other parts, and what is happening for the human rights cause and human rights cases in other places of the world, whether in Europe or in Africa or in the Middle East. So it is very important to highlight Egypt's position and stand in respect, and also to garner support for Egypt's stand in respect, which is very important, whether for the issues itself or for Egypt and its foreign policy, which is well represented by the Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry.
Yes, also on the sidelines of the conference, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry is holding several important meetings on the sidelines. The sideline talks in this conference also, what is the importance of it? It is going to be a private or closed talks. So give us an idea about the importance of this.
It is very important. The sideline talks with the heads of other delegations is very important to come to consensus before going in public. It is very important and very decisive in settling many issues which are discussed publicly. Before that, they are discussed privately between the officials, high-ranking officials like Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, and so he will garner also support for Egypt's stand in this respect. And it is very important that he will show how Egypt is, what Egypt is doing, and will ask for support of Egypt's stand in this respect. And this sideline speech talks are crucial to settle many issues which should not be discussed publicly, but before being discussed publicly, they are discussed privately between foreign ministers of many countries in the world.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, also Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry will be participating as well in the disarmament conference. What is the purpose of this conference?
This is a very important issue because we are seeing armament race between the countries of the world, which is a big burden for the economies of many countries, especially developing countries. So this armament is a very important, however, for Egypt, for Africa, or for Middle East countries, and at the same time, it is a clear sign of what we are feeling, what we are saying, what we are doing regarding what is happening in the violence in Gaza and the atrocities committed by the Israeli occupation forces in Gaza. So this armament is a very important issue at this time, especially in view of what is happening in Gaza and in Sinai. It is very important that we come to conclusions so that the world community should be supportive of and give enough pressure on the Israeli government to stop its aggression and against the Palestinians in Gaza.
Yes, Palestinians in Gaza and the aggression and violation of international law by Israel and the also human rights file in the Palestinian territories, not only in Gaza Strip. Where does the Human Rights Council stand?
The human rights is a crucial issue, whether in Western Bank, in Gaza, or other parts of the world. And we see that some countries are negligent and they don't care for human rights at all. The international community should have a stand against these countries to press them and pressure them in every possible way to stop their aggression against human rights of the civilians, especially against the civilians. We are seeing many atrocities committed against the Palestinians and the civilians who are not warriors, they are not soldiers, but still they are deprived of the minimum life needs like the food and the water and the medication and all the things. This is against the human rights. So what is being done by Israel in the Gaza, especially Gaza and the Western desert, Western Bank, this means that the world economy has a role to play and has also a responsibility to put enough pressure in Israel to stop atrocities against human rights in this part of the world.
Yes, does the world need a new international system in which the use of the veto participation could make disappear, or there would be some equality? Because for the third time, United States have used the veto right. So the first time was against a resolution by Russia that was introduced, yes, by Russia, and this is the third time recently the United States used the veto.
In fact, this is not a so funny position of the United States. When they are opposing and using their veto right against the human rights, this means that the foreign policy of the United States is against the human rights. It's as simple as this. So the United States should be pressurized at the same time by Western European countries and the Atlantic countries so that they have to come to terms with human rights of the human beings, whether in Gaza, whether in Ukraine or in other parts of the world. Otherwise, the world, they are antagonizing all world, but by this veto against the basic needs of the human beings, whether in the Middle East or in other parts of the world.
Yes. So, Your Excellency, Ambassador Ayoub, what is the role of the human rights in what's happening in the Palestinian territories and the Gaza Strip?
Human rights are vital for any human beings,
yes,
whether they are in Gaza or in Myanmar or whatever. So the world community should highlight the importance and necessity at the same time of keeping in mind and keeping under sight what is happening for the human rights, and it should be kept and respected at all times, regardless of the military situation or security situation in any country of the world. Human rights are one of the basic needs of the human being according to the Charter of the United Nations. So, Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri will highlight this fact so that the countries will come to terms with the human rights issue and also pressurize the countries who are regardless. They are regardless of any human rights, like what is happening from the Palestinian government, by the Israeli government, or from the United States government at this time. So the world community should have has a role to play, and it should play it now. This is a critical time for the human rights, so whether in Gaza or in other parts of the world.
Yes, so I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Your Excellency Ambassador Mahmoud Ayoub, the Minister of Commercial. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. I really had the pleasure to have this phone with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.